What's going on? Whose stuff is that?
Huh? It's my dad and mom's stuff.
What?
They seem to be struggling, so, my parents are more important, So I need your dad to leave.
What?
Trouble Busters!
I'm home.
Welcome home. I didn't make dinner or anything. Did you already eat?
No, I told you I wasn't going to be needing dinner since I was going to be late.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see that.
Huh? You didn't see it, but you didn't make dinner. That's pretty messed up too.
What?
Nothing. You changed the bedding?
Yeah, it's getting pretty cold, Did you want the lighter blanket still?
Nah, I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna go shower.
Okay.
My name is Alan. I live with my wife Nicole and my father Chris. I make decent pay at a decent position at a decent company. Recently, I've started noticing that my wife Nicole has really been slacking, so I'm thinking that I need to sit down and talk to her soon. Well, Dad's up still. He continued to sneeze 6 more times in a row. I thought he might have caught a cold, so I went to go check up on him. Huh? Dad?
Oh, hey, Alan. Welcome home.
Why is this room so cold? Turn on the heat. And where are your warmer covers?
Well, Nicole told me that it's expensive. I asked about the warmer blankets, and she told me that she didn't want me to go digging around without her permission. So when I asked her what she wanted me to do, she ignored me.
Nicole? Oh, it's fine, Dad. Turn on the AC. I'll go find warmer blankets for you.
Sorry about that, Alan.
I went to the guest room and grabbed a warmer blanket and gave it to my dad. He said that he would finally be able to sleep comfortably, and I told him goodnight before leaving. I headed straight to Nicole's room.
I see. Uh-huh. Okay, sure. I'll figure it out. Oh, hey, it might be Alan. I'll call you again. You guys just figure your end out. Okay, bye. Good night.
Damn it, Nicole! Why didn't you take out a blanket for Dad? Why are you being so mean?
What?
You only took out your own blanket? Just pull some out for him too.
Why do I have to do that? I live with him, but he's not exactly kin to me. He needs to take care of himself.
You forgot our promise when we got married?
I remember. You said I had to take care of your dad too, right?
Yeah, that's right. And are you keeping that promise?
Of course I am. I allow him to live with us in the same house, and I check sometimes to make sure he hasn't collapsed or died a lonely death.
What? That's all caring for him is to you?
Yeah, that should be enough. I make sure the dude doesn't die alone while you're not around.
I mean, okay, I like that you can look after him while I'm not here, but that's not what I really mean by look after him.
Don't try to push your values onto me.
Even if that's the cause, you can't tell him not to take out warmer blankets or use the heater. That's going too far.
The warmer blankets are for guests and we bought it. The heater too. It makes complete sense for me to tell him not to use the money on his own.
That's not a significant amount of money though. You can just buy more blankets and we can cover the heat cost.
What? You're not thinking about when we have kids?
Kids?
Yes, kids cost money. I want them to be able to get all of the lessons that they want. Is that wrong? You don't care about kids. That's why you're not really caring about the small cost.
No, that's...
If you think your dad is so important, then just think about him. But I'm gonna divorce you.
This is getting blown out of proportion. I just want you to consider my dad's feelings a little more is all. We live in his house, you know? We should consider his feelings a little more.
That's just because you don't have any money. It's not my fault. Why do I have to cover your ass?
I'm not saying take complete care of him. I just want you to make him feel a little more comfortable.
Oh my God.
We argued for a good 3 hours, but neither of us budged and Nicole just fell asleep upset. Damn it. If this is what's gonna happen, then I shouldn't have beat around the bush. I should have told her specifically what I wanted her to do. My father owns this house, so he don't have to pay rent. He even covers a property tax. I don't think she considers the fact that we're only able to live this comfortably thanks to my father. I don't want to tell her to be thankful or anything, but she shouldn't think this is a given. If only she understood. Hello?
Alan, get over here. Nicole brought her parents, and the house is...
Damn it, Chris. I said don't call Alan. It's gonna get complicated.
This is going too far, Miss Nicole.
Shut up.
Give it back, Miss Nicole.
Hello, Alan. You don't have anything to worry about, Alan. Bye.
Hey, Nicole! Nicole! I couldn't help shake the horrible feeling I had about what was happening. I told my boss what was going on and I immediately went back home, but... What?
Alan? Damn it, Chris. I told you not to bother him. Now he's blowing it out of proportion.
No, this is perfectly within proportion.
What's going on? Whose stuff is this?
Oh, it's my dad and mom's.
What?
They seem to be struggling, I told them to come over. It's not like they have to pay rent.
What? Hang on a second. I didn't hear anything from you or Dad about this.
Well, telling you will only make you try to stop me. That's why I figured I'd just brute force it and make you understand after the fact.
That's horrible. You're just trying to get them to move in so that I can't kick them out.
It's fine, you'll get used to it.
It's not about getting used to it.
Huh? But my parents are more important, right? So Chris needs to get out.
What?
What? Are you saying that my parents are important?
I can ask you the same damn thing.
Oh yeah, he's not that important. The only reason he needs to go is because this house is crappy.
You're the one that's at fault here. This is literally his house. Why would he have to leave?
If it's your dad's house, then it's your house. If it's your house, it's my house. That's how being married works, right?
I'm not gonna say you're completely wrong, but that's a different story from chasing out my dad from his own house to let your parents live there, right?
What? So you don't care about my parents?
That's not what I said. But this is not the right way to go about it.
So you're telling them to stay the hell out. My dad was let go and kicked out of his apartment. You're still gonna tell me to just abandon them?
I didn't say that either. But this is way too forced and I can't agree with it. You should know we don't have the breathing room to let your parents stay with us.
Yeah, that's why I'm kicking out your dad. We don't have enough rooms anyway.
That's what I'm saying is insane. And it's crazy that you did all of this without even asking me about it first.
Alan, there are people looking here. Let's talk inside.
Okay. Excuse me, please stop bringing in the furniture.
What? What are you talking about? Please bring it in.
Nicole, enough!
Just give up. Most of it is already inside. You stopping them now does nothing.
But most of it is already inside.
Alan, let's just have them bring it in. The more we argue, the more we take the movers' time. The movers have nothing to do with it. Sorry, Alan. I'm so sorry.
As soon as my husband finds another job, we'll get out. See? Come on, let them stay.
I understand you guys have your situation, but I cannot let you guys just force your way in like this. When my father called me, he was clearly confused and distressed. But you ignored him, and just like Nicole, you pushed yourselves into the house. I don't think I can live with people like that. You guys think that as long as you're not suffering, you don't care about other people. That's what it is, right?
I'm sorry. We were just really struggling, so this was the only hope we had left.
Then why didn't you at least talk to us?
Because...
It's fine, Dad. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it. The reason that they didn't want to talk about it was because they thought you say no.
Well, of course I'd say no. We don't have the space or money to look after them.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. So you don't have any money because you're useless, so you can't take care of them. Sorry, get out and starve to death. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that.
Then what the hell are they supposed to do? I want to help my parents' house. That's what I'm doing. Are you going to help them or not?
We could have found a cheap apartment for them to stay at while your father finds a new place to work. You would cover the costs. Why is that not an option?
Sorry.
If you feel sorry, then you need to find someplace else to live. We will gladly help you out with that.
You don't need to do that, Dad. Why are you trying to chase them out? I'm kind of sad that this is how we reunited, but I want to live with my mom and dad too. Nicole, you've forgotten what it feels like to miss your dad, haven't you? Because you always live with your dad.
I mean, but you're doing it all wrong.
You're so annoying with the nagging. You're just a piece of shit loser that can't even help your wife's parents out except with a $300 a month cheapo apartment. Then you live in that apartment.
What?
You do that for us?
Of course not. Why does my dad have to leave his own house? And why do I have to leave his house?
You only think about you and your dad.
I'm thinking about them too. Otherwise, I wouldn't say that I'll pay for an apartment that they can stay at.
It's not enough, so I'm bringing them over. I've been working hard as a wife too, so you can at least listen to this. They didn't say they'd live here forever. He says he'll leave as soon as he finds a job too. You're so cold-hearted.
Well, what are we supposed to do while we're living together? We don't know how long they're gonna be here. It's also unclear that I can't say okay so easily.
Alan, it's fine.
Huh?
You two, you guys can live here till you're able to work again.
Thank you. Dad, you can't say that without setting dates.
Let's just make it unlimited. If we decide, they might feel pressured into finding a job immediately. You need to promise me that you look for a job, and as soon as you find out, you get out. And never do this again.
Of course.
Okay then. If you agree with that, we will leave the house and let you all live here for the time being.
Huh?
Ooh!
Dad, you don't need to give in that much.
Come on, Alan. Miss Nicole, please promise us. Once your father finds a job and we live together again, you need to listen to me a little more. I'll do what I can for myself, but I'd like to cook and use the heater a little more freely.
Okay.
Great. Let's go, Alan.
Sure. Of course, I was upset, but it's my father's house, so it's his rules. I decided to listen. We moved quickly afterwards. We quickly found an apartment to stay at and had Nicole's parents move in. Dad, you're too easy.
It's okay, Alan.
That's your house. Why are we leaving?
It's okay, Alan.
They haven't reached out to us. We don't even know if he's really looking for a job.
It's okay, Alan.
Dad, stop repeating yourself.
It's really okay. I honestly was just fed up with it.
Fed up?
With Miss Nicole. You chose your wife, so I didn't want to badmouth her, but she was way too self-centered. She doesn't say hello, and she only cooks her own food. It's all pretty much stuff, but I think she went too far this time around.
Ah, so he isn't okay with it.
We're paying for rent and cost of living. I don't think he's going to look for a job.
What? But you let them in anyway.
It's okay, Alan.
No, it's not okay. I'm paying for that cost of living. You need to tell me what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I listened to my father and what he was thinking. It was very simple, but because it was simple, it would be so effective on Nicole and her parents. Hello?
Alan, what the hell?
Huh?
The electricity, gas, and water all stopped.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? I stopped it.
What? Why would you do that?
Huh? You don't remember? Your father hasn't been going to look for jobs. He's been at the slots.
Wait, how did you know that?
What do you mean? My father has been going over to your house every day to look at how the job hunt is going. Your father answered at first, but recently they've been starting to just pretend that they're not even home.
He's just been whining a little to blow off some steam. Don't nag.
You can blow off steam after you find a job. You guys really haven't been grateful for what we have done, have you? That's why you can have that attitude, right?
The way you say things makes it difficult for us to feel grateful.
Can you stop talking as if we're the ones at fault here? We've been providing a rent-free house and free food for 4 months. You're not gonna say thank you?
I just said that the way you say things makes it difficult for us to feel grateful.
Yeah, you're still going on, huh? Whatever, I'm done. You're not gonna understand no matter how long I take to explain. And I'm not that free, so whatever the case, I'm not gonna pay for any of your utilities anymore.
Is that something a husband should do? We're all going to die if you do that.
Well, I'm not just gonna let you guys live forever doing nothing either.
Come on, Alan. Please, at least let us stay alive.
For 4 months I did that. But he hasn't even looked hard for a job, so we're not a volunteer group. If you want to help your parents out, then why don't you just do it yourself? Don't try to make things easier with my money in Dad's house.
You're going to go that far? If you keep this up, I'm going to start thinking about divorce.
What? Divorce?
Yeah, you don't want to break up with me, do you?
No, I'm pretty much solidified in my decision to divorce you.
What? Really? You're the one that's dumping me?
Shut up. Yes, I'm not exactly the most popular, but I have enough self-respect to prefer being single over this horrible life.
That's a lie. You're dumping this beautiful girl?
Yeah, I got married to you too soon. Thinking back now, you never did anything that was wife-worthy.
You've got me as a beautiful wife. What more did you want?
I really regret it. If only I'd known the kind of person you were before I got married.
I'll still forgive you if you change your mind now, so you need to turn on all the utilities right away.
No, I will not turn anything back on until you all leave. If you're okay with living in a dark house with no gas or water, then you can just stay there. At that point, it's no better than an oversized shed.
Ah, you're just Alan!
Nicole seemed like she had still more to say, but afterwards, I just stopped answering her calls. There's no point in talking to someone you've decided to divorce with. Of course, I'm not paying for living expenses either. I guess it's like war. Starve the enemy out?
Alan, enough! I'm seriously going to divorce you! I'm going for another man!
The second Nicole started figuring out that I wasn't going to answer her calls, she started texting up a storm with me. I left her on red, of course.
Please, we need money right now. We can't even find a part-time job that'll take him in right now. We'll take this all seriously, so please, save us.
It seemed like living in an oversized box with no access to any electricity, gas, or water was tough. Most of the aggressive texts slowly became more and more submissive, but I left her on red again. They don't even know where we live. The guards at work won't let her into the company, and I leave from the rear entrance so that Nicole can't find me. Another month passed by and Nicole and her parents left the house and I divorced her. They don't have a house or a place to work, so I wonder what's gonna happen to them. None of my business anymore, I guess. And so, peace returned to our lives. They didn't thank us for our kindness. They actually complained. That's what happens to people like that. You should always be thankful of people's kindness. Trouble Busters!